Going to the tropics, we're tracking what is left of Tropical Storm Lorenzo. It does not look good at all on the infrared satellite, and basically by tomorrow we'll say goodbye to it. More on the forecast coming up.
Hey South Florida, happy Wednesday. It's just after 6 a.m. and things are busy in certain areas of your roads. Right now we are taking a live look in the Hollywood area. This is your northbound lanes of I-95 as you approach Hollywood Boulevard, or as you cross over Hollywood Boulevard rather. You can see you've got really bumper to bumper traffic, nearly standstill out there because of a construction situation that has not cleared up yet. You do have 3 lanes blocked. You're moving slowly in both your express lanes and your regular lanes. Let's take you a little closer there so you can see this red. It is no fun to sit in that. So take US 1 or 441. You can even take the turnpike depending on where you are coming from, but definitely just avoid this altogether. I would definitely not want to sit in that little pocket. The good news is it seems like you can get past it pretty quickly, but it's still pretty red out there. Let's take a look right here. The turnpike going northbound. This is for my friends leaving the Homestead area. You can see you've got pockets of red, and it just continues to get congested as you move further north. So take US 1. This right here is near Southwest 268th Street. If you'd like to avoid it, you can see US 1 is all in the green there. I know that there are lights on US 1 and there are not on the turnpike, but you decide here. You pick your poison. What would you rather do? Sit in green or sit in red? I'll take you to drive times here. The Palmetto Expressway going southbound. It'll take about 24 to 23 minutes to get you where you need to go. Buckle up.
Annaliese, we're choosing sitting green.
All right, switching gears now. We have a beautiful start to your Wednesday. We've been calling it a wonderful Wednesday. It is 7:45. We've got that fall breeze that makes it feel so nice out there. Though, as we go into the later half of the day, instead of a north breeze, we'll start to see the winds directing in from the northeast, and that will bring us a slight chance of a few showers out there. Nothing widespread, but the shower activity will start to be a bit more apparent in our forecast compared to the past several days where we haven't seen any rain. We've barely seen any clouds. That's how we're starting off your Wednesday. Fantastic out there, but definitely breezy. Temperatures are in the low to mid to upper 70s. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West with those blue skies and dry conditions. Our dew points are in the upper 60s. This is a fantastic forecast as the actual air is so dry. It's pleasant, it's tolerable, and it's all thanks to that land breeze As soon as those winds start to shift in from the northeast, we start to see a subtle change in the way of humidity, increasing it. As for temperatures across the state, everybody enjoying this fall air. We've got 50s for dew points, 50s for temperatures from the Panhandle, Florida, down to the central half of the state. For us, we have high pressure to thank for our weather pattern, drawing in drier air across the southeast and towards the south and to the northeast. But all eyes on the storm system that made its way through California, still leaving some higher elevations, dealing with some dusting of snow for this morning, but we'll continue to push eastward. The damage is already done for them. Lots of cleanup. We'll have more about that in the 8 o'clock hour with meteorologist Pappas. For us here in South Florida, it's all about the dry air moving in from the north and pushing that moisture content to the south. And that's what's going to provide for mostly dry, beautiful, bright, sunshiny Wednesday. Now things change as early as tomorrow because look, winds start to move in off the ocean, and that ocean breeze, while it's subtle and it doesn't sound like a big impact, it really does impact the forecast by bringing us a slightly better chance of showers and also warming up our temperature in the way of the dew points. So for today, winds gusting well into the 20s, tomorrow the teens, so we stay in that tolerable category, and then that front is clearing. It'll be really nice to start the weekend. High risk of occurrence for beachgoers, boaters. The bays will be at a moderate chop with a small craft caution. 7-day forecast looking great. Really no complaints. Roll down those windows and enjoy. See if you're stuck in traffic with our queen of traffic right now with Annaliese.
If you do have to be stuck in traffic, definitely listen to Julia and put your windows down and enjoy that weather, because there are quite a few areas on your roads that are a bit annoying for a morning commute. It is 7:47. Good Wednesday morning, South Florida. Taking a look right here, this accident is still blocking your left lane, but the turnpike going northbound in the area of Southwest 120th Street is moving, but it is just something to be aware of. Some emergency vehicles there on your left lane because a tow truck just arrived. I do believe that this will clear up soon. You can still see an FHP officer out there. Take a look at your maps. Things really busy out here. Let's take you closer to where that accident was. You can see all that red building up there in the turnpike going northbound. Hopefully it starts to clear up pretty soon, but I'll keep an eye on it for you. A little further north, those of you who take I-75 going southbound just after the turnpike, as you start to approach the Palmetto Expressway, you can see that you've got some small pockets of red there. Definitely give yourself a little extra time if that's part of your commute. I'll take you further north, my Broward County friends. This is for you. Right here, I-95 going northbound after Sample Road. You can see you've got a pretty big chunk of red there. You've also got some orange over in the turnpike. If you take a look at the left of your screen right there, your alternates here for I-95 going northbound would be Powerline Road, which you can see you've also got some congestion there, or US 1. US 1 is probably the best bet of the three, but if you don't, if you have the time, then definitely take 95 or Powerline Road and just maybe put a good podcast on. Let's take you over here. For those of you who take 595 going eastbound, it'll take you about 21 to 9 minutes to get you where you need to go. Things are definitely getting a little busier out there for you. Be safe.
We are enjoying it. We have temperatures in the 70s. Fantastic. Low 70s, Fort Lauderdale 74, Pembroke Pines 76, and Miami 79 in Key West. Woo! Look how breezy it is out there. But I bet nobody's complaining because it feels fantastic. Winds whipping, though, moving in off the ocean, unfortunately battering our beautiful beaches. Not a good day to get out in the waters today. If you are doing some boating, use caution. Temperatures are in the low 70s, Fort Lauderdale 76, Miami 79 in Key West. Winds anywhere between 5 to 10 to even 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts reported right now in Marathon. That's going to be our forecast. We'll see those periods of winds gusting from time to time, but for much of the day, they're moving in from the north, so we do stay mostly dry. But unfortunately, tonight, we start to see that subtle change in the wind direction, and that will usher in a few storms right around 6 o'clock tonight, and that'll lead us into tomorrow as the next front approaches. Highs today will be in the mid-80s. From sunny skies and dry conditions, let's go to the tropics. We are tracking a very ragged tropical storm Lorenzo spinning over the Atlantic. This system is expected to diminish by tomorrow. More on all this coming up.
Alrighty, South Florida. If Julie is the magician of weather, then I guess that makes me the magician of traffic. I wish I had a magic wand to make all of this disappear, but I don't, South Florida. So let's take a look right here. 95 going southbound near Northwest 54th Street is seeing some bumper to bumper in your regular lanes. Your express lanes look good though, so if you're able to, definitely take those. You can also take 441 or US 1 to avoid this. Take a look at that. I would not want to sit in that. Let's take you to your maps. Things pretty busy out there in certain areas. Let's point out the Palmetto Expressway here. I just wanted to check in for those of you who head in this direction. Those of you who head north, it's pretty congested as you approach Bird Road, and then it sort of starts to clear up, but definitely give yourself a little extra time if that's part of your commute. If not, you can always take the turnpike, but I know many of you prefer the Palmetto Expressway. Maybe a good day to put on a new audiobook or call your mother. Let's take you to another area here that you have some delays. This right here, 95 going northbound in Broward County. This is just after Sample Road. You can see that bumper to bumper there as well. That red is also, it's been there for a while. You have Powerline Road you can take, but also seeing some slight congestion, and US 1 also is another option for you. US 1 definitely looks better for you than the 2. I'll leave you with this. Drive times for you for those of you who take I-75 going northbound. The Palmetto to I-595 will take you 19 minutes. The Palmetto to Pines Boulevard will take you 8. Put your windows down and enjoy that weather out there, right, Michaela?
That right, Annaliese. Thank you so much.
Tracking out this system, it continues to push to the north and east at this time, and as it does so, you see it's weakening. Of course, it's cut off from its energy source, more of the water, of course, and as it's pushing more inland, yes, it's weakening, but it has brought rounds of rain to California and led to all of the flooding, and also seeing tons of icy conditions. You can see that blue that's right there for inland portions of California, just to the north of Fresno. As we go a little bit closer to Reno as well, just to the west, you see that mixed precipitation. Look at some of these icy conditions that we have. If we could pull up that video from you guys, it is wild to see some snow, especially this early in the season. So if we could pull up that video whenever we have it, we'll get it to you. But we do know that those icy conditions, wild imagery to see out of portions of California, and we know that that snow is definitely there. Look at the estimated rainfall totals. Some areas right around 2 inches, and all of that flooding that you saw in Arizona, again, these are arid areas, so they are not able to withstand or hold or absorb that moisture or any of that rain, the soil, because it's so dry. And because of that, 1 to 2 inches of rain can mean mudslides and complete devastation and flash flooding in these areas. So we've seen a lot of rainfall in a short period of time, about 2.5 inches just to the north of you, of Fresno, excuse me, and also seeing that just around the country right now. This is the area that's the problem area. This storm system, again, is moving to the north and east at this time. It's going to continue to dissipate as we head into later tonight, which is good news. But the damage already been done in multiple areas in the southwest and west. And our native Californian is here with me. Good morning, Julie. What's going on? I know this storm system obviously has a lot of implications for you and your family over there, too.
Yeah, and they're getting ready for fresh powder from Mammoth all the way up to Lake Tahoe. Heavenly is one of a very popular ski resorts for the northern half of California. And Amanda, they're seeing snowfall as we speak. So some quite very happy, and quite the difference compared to what we're dealing with here in South Florida. While our fall is bringing us drier, less humid conditions, their fall has brought them that snow as well as the rain at the lower elevations. Now for us, we could see a few showers of our own off the breeze later today, though we will notice it'll be a nice weekend as we'll have the secondary front bring us reinforcing drier, less humid conditions going into your Saturday. But for right now, it's all about the winds whipping out there. We're calling it a wonderful windy Wednesday, as wind speeds are anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our temperatures are in the low to mid to upper 70s, so it feels fantastic out there. Dew points in the upper 60s. That's why it feels so nice. For the past several months, I've brought to you temperatures in the 70s or 80s, but it's had a steamy, how it feel temperature of 75 or 78 or 79. So once you put that into perspective, our feels like temperatures are at or near the air temperature. A north land breeze makes it feel even better, and you can see it's all across the state. All that dry air driving all the way down the state, and cool air. Look, our friends in the Panhandle waking up to those 50s. Dew points in the 50s too. So while our temperatures are reflecting that north breeze, you know what else is reflecting the north breeze is the dry conditions across the south. To the east, to the north, we are noticing very comfortable and dry conditions. Out west, you just heard Amanda talk about that system bringing that snowfall across the Sierra Nevada as we speak right now. Lake Tahoe seeing some of that snowfall, as well as parts of Nevada. Now for us, we continue to see that drier air filtering in down the state, and is helping to push the moisture content well to the south of us. So while it's nice and breezy out there, that northeast breeze is going to bring us a slight chance of some showers tomorrow, and that's because we have another front moving in. We'll take as many fronts as we can get, right? Winds gusting today well into the 20s with mostly dry conditions. Tomorrow in the teens. How does it feel? Well, it feels tolerable to comfy, especially going into the first half of the weekend. We will notice those dew points dropping off, and really you have plans this weekend to be outside, I suggest it. The best day will be Saturday. We have another front coming in on Sunday. We'll just continue with these rounds of front, and the good news is as long as they clear South Florida, we'll continue to enjoy fall. Have a great day.
South Florida, if you are headed southbound on the Palmetto Expressway, definitely consider putting your windows down and enjoying that weather, because you may have to sit in this. This is near Sunset Drive, but you do have an accident as you approach Kendall Drive. So that is what is causing that backup. Take a look at all of that red. No fun to sit in. You can take the turnpike to avoid this, but it is bumper to bumper out there. Hopefully it clears up soon. It's pretty active. There are some emergency vehicles out there, so give yourself a little extra time if the Palmetto is part of your commute. Another area we're seeing some delays, Broward County. This is 95 heading northbound just after Sample Road. You can see all that red. It's been active for quite some time. And as you move a little further down south, things don't look too good for you either. You can always take Powerline Road or US 1 to avoid this. I'll take you over here. Drive times, my friends who take 75 going northbound. It'll take you about 25 to 15 minutes to get you where you need to go. Be safe out there and buckle up.
All right, well, switching gears here, our forecast couldn't be better. We've waited patiently and Mother Nature finally delivering with our morning lows. Look at this, 70 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 75 in Miami, 71 in Kendall, 72 in Pompano Beach, and 78 in Key West. A live look outside with those blue skies and dry conditions. It's really all about the winds. Wind direction playing the biggest part in our forecast, as we really haven't warmed up all that much, though the sun has been up since just after 7. We've got that north breeze keeping our temperatures comfortable with the winds. We're still at 70 degrees. Miami 76, 79 for you in Key West. Our winds are strengthening, especially down by the Keys. And you know what makes it feel nice is that breeze, because it's a land breeze, keeping our dew points comfortable to tolerable again this morning with those upper 60s. So winds gusting right now in the Keys at 20 miles per hour, already starting to make that subtle shift to the northeast. Still a north breeze for Broward and Miami-Dade, but again later today with that subtle change in the wind direction could bring us a slight chance of a shower. Look at this, north breeze is driving in that cooler air from the northern half of the state. Wow, it is 56 degrees right now in Tallahassee, 64 in Gainesville with dew points in the 50s. It is refreshing. It is comfortable. We have waited so long for it, and we get to enjoy. And again, it's all thanks to high pressure dominating the south to the east to the northeast ahead of both of these systems. The one pulling out of California, moving into Nevada. We'll be watching as it moves to the Rockies. But for us, we get to enjoy this day of drier air until that shift in the wind direction starts to move in. And that drier air is pushing that moisture content well to the south. So as we wait for that next frontal boundary, it's going to be moving in as we see the shift in the wind direction out of the north-northeast by tonight and into tomorrow, which will bring us some showers off the breeze. Nothing widespread, but definitely changing our skies. It's going to be more cloudy as we go into tomorrow. Winds gusting today in the 20s, tomorrow in the teens, but at least it's going to still feel nice. Will be tolerable till we get into Friday, and then we'll see those dew points dropping off to comfortable. Headed to the beach or doing any boating, we have a high risk of occurrence for beachgoers, boaters. The bays will be at a moderate chop with small craft caution. Same for you in the Keys with nearshore waters at a moderate chop. 7-day forecast, highs expected to be near average until we get into the weekend. Then we have another front expected to move in. That's why we warm up by Monday.
Alrighty, Julie, South Florida, it's 8:48 on this Wednesday morning. You do have an accident on I-75 going southbound as you approach the Palmetto Expressway. You can see, though, it's not causing you many delays. This is a live look at I-75 in that area. Both your north and southbound lanes look pretty good, but definitely be aware of that if that's part of your commute. Another accident I've been talking to you about for some part of the morning is one on the Palmetto Expressway going southbound. This is as you approach Kendall Drive. It was happening on that ramp right there, on that off ramp, but it seems to be clearing up. You still have some pretty heavy delays, but the accident itself does appear to be clearing up. Give yourself a little extra time. If that's part of your commute, you can already see the orange starting to pop up where that red is, but you can always take the turnpike too if you want to avoid this. I'll take you here. Drive times for those of you who take the Dolphin Expressway going eastbound. Things looking okay for you in certain parts. Lejeune Road to I-95, 12 minutes. Turnpike to I-95, 35. Be safe.
Okay, Annaliese, thank you. Still ahead. We are 48 hours away.